Somebody stop them. They're too good now. It's getting boring. A couple of weeks ago, we followed Man City fans to Wembley for their game against Tottenham to ask them whether their side is as good as it was last season. Are you as good as last season?
Better, because defensively we're better.
I think actually we're better.
Not sure we've quite settled into it yet.
We're better this season.
I think so. I think we're going to win the league this year.
Yeah, we're getting better defensively.
Defence is stronger, getting more shots off, XG's up, it's all good.
Obviously, if you look at the stats, we are, aren't we? Points for points, we're better off at the moment. We're scoring more goals and we're conceding less.
We're playing a lot better. We're playing more as a team now.
Pep's been there for longer, he's more confident, he's more relaxed, if that's possible.
We've done well without De Bruyne so far, and he's just coming back in, so it can only get better.
We might go unbeaten, to be honest.
So Man City fans seem pretty convinced that their team is better than it was last season, but are they right? Let's put it to the numbers.
The fact that Liverpool and Chelsea have managed to keep Manchester City within reach seems to have kept the hype around City's superiority in check when compared to last season. However, fans seem convinced that City are actually better this season, so today we're going to look into that question. Let's start simple. Their goals and XG per game, both scored and conceded, seem to say City are having a better season so far this time around. However, one of the excuses we've heard for this is that they've so far had an easy schedule, playing plenty of bottom half teams at home. Nevertheless, even if we compare the exact same fixtures they've played this season to the equivalent of last season, basic numbers still suggest they're better now. Still, we refuse to instill this frightening idea on the rest of the league without proper due diligence. Now, last season we did an episode asking if City were the best team in Europe, and one of our main focuses was how good City were at pressing. High pressing has become one of the hot topics of football over the last decade. An indicator for the speed of the press is measuring the average time in seconds that the opponent is allowed on the ball. Again, Manchester City is in the top 5 in Europe for this indicator. Let's look if they carried this proficiency into the new season. Last season, City were the team that allowed opponents the fewest passes and least time on the ball per possession. This season, however, these indicators have worsened considerably, which would normally indicate that they're now pressing with less intensity. Even when we compare with the equivalent fixtures from last season for comparability, City are letting their opponents have the ball for longer and string together more passes. Have we found City's weak spot here? And is there hope for the rest of the league? I'm afraid to say, not quite. Let's go back to comparing this season's fixtures with their equivalents from last season. In those matches last season, City had 10 interceptions in the final quarter of the pitch and averaged 27 meters from the opponent goal. This season, they've had 24 interceptions in that area of the pitch and averaged 19 meters from goal. This signal might indicate that what is actually happening is that City is fine-tuning their pressing triggers, letting their opponents keep the ball for a little longer, but ultimately pouncing at the right time to recover the ball in more dangerous positions. It's a frightening concept really, but according to the data, City are creating more danger, conceding less, and even pressing more effectively. God have mercy on us.
So there we have it, Manchester City are even better than they were last season, and the rest of us should be really quite worried. Where should we go next? Let us know in the comments below. But in the meantime, this has been 3 Minute Myths. Suspicions confirmed in 180 seconds.